the Dishwashers United podcast. Starring dishwasher god Francis King and his no, not sidekick, not underling. That sounds gay. Idiot. An idiot Andy. Social.
Hey, go high.
No, what's the apprentice.
Go high.
Apprentice. Dishwashing apprentice Andy. Okay. Welcome to the first ever Dishwashers United podcast. I'm Andy Social. Hello there, and this is
Francis Ulysses Charles King. But call me by my initials.
Yes, fuck. Anyway, Frank is the dishwashing god. I was his apprentice back in 96 when he first got me a job at the Wildwood Golf and Country Club in South Jersey. That was my first gig as a dishwasher. I was 19 years old. And believe me, I'm not a teenager no more. But dishwashing has always stuck with me. And I never knew it would stick this long. I thought maybe I'd do something a little bit, as society would say, better with your life. But then you tend to realize as you get older, a job's a job. And you know what? Well, there's something about dishwashing.
I may interrupt you at this second, Andy.
Sure. Go right ahead. Francis.
I mean, my fellow dishwashers, I mean, I don't want you to think I abandoned you because I'm a cook now. A quasi-chef even.
He is a cook.
But any good cook and chef will admit the most important cog in the kitchen of a restaurant is the dishwasher.
I'd have to agree with that.
If you don't have a good dishwasher, you're fucked. Okay? So it's like universally agreed upon this.
Right. And you know what makes a dishwasher so important? I don't understand. Can't you just go off the slums and just find any old drug addict that fucking be a dishwasher?
No, because you'll have a revolving door for your dishwashers.
Revolving door.
I mean,
now, you know what? You've said revolving door to describe it, and I haven't really. I personally haven't ever heard of that term before. I think it's kind of interesting. What do you mean by revolving door in the restaurant field? What do you mean?
Well, because if you don't, first off, if you find a good dishwasher, and like I said, any good chef and cook will realize when you get a good dishwasher, you have to pay them accordingly.
Right.
Because you can have quality or you can have quantity.
That's true. I mean, I think that's a problem that some of the fucking heads of restaurants have. They don't they look at people as a number. They don't appreciate the work they actually the help that they actually have and the work and passion that has to go into it. Either way you slice it, dishwashing has to be done.
It does have to be done.
The dish has got to be done.
Of course.
So
if you find a good dishwasher, you want to keep them. You want to pay them accordingly. Because, like I said, if you let them go, like I said, for example, I worked with a good dishwasher at my one job.
Right.
And, he started to feel a little frustrated. He wanted to, we're going to pay a little bit more money.
Okay.
So we had a new manager that took over at the time.
All right.
And she had the audacity to make this following statement. I could go to any street corner. Our local town is Wildwood. I could go to any street corner of Wildwood and find a dishwasher.
Holy shit, are you kidding me?
Which was fucking insulting because, like I said, I may have been a cook at the time, but like any good cook...
I mean, I feel insulted. It's
Well,
just
yeah.
hearing it.
Well,
I don't even know this person.
any good cook and chef would have started as a dishwasher and worked their way up the ladder.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, like I said, I was a cook, but still, a dishwasher at heart, because that's what my first job was in the restaurant kitchen.
Right.
I was so infuriated by this fucking comment. I was on my way out the door. I already gave my notice. I was leaving. Okay? But it still pissed me off.
Right.
And the justification of this all was, I heard from my old co-workers was, when I mentioned the revolving door,
Right.
that's exactly what they had, dude. They could not find a decent dishwasher, and they had a revolving door, dude. They went for so many dishwashers that were subpar.
And you know, and I'm curious, how do you know how that current business, you know, is doing now? Is that same person still there? Like, are they, like, did they ever thrive?
I don't believe that same person is still there. And as far as the business, I don't believe they do as many numbers as we did back in the day, like 20 years ago or so.
Right.
I mean, we were doing a lot of covers back then. And they're nowhere near that now.
Right.
So it just goes
We
to
got
show.
inside intel.
Oh yeah, I have my sources. You know?
I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of messed up, man. Like, that's insulting. Like, what if, you know, what if that opinion, what if the dishwasher was just around the corner and they overheard him say that? Dude, that's fucking insulting. I would quit right the fuck away.
Well, like I
if
said,
I heard them say that.
That dishwasher at the time did eventually leave.
Yeah.
And because, you know, they didn't want to pay him what he was worth. And I tried to explain, look, this guy's good.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, you should pay him accordingly.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
and they did
up,
not. He left. And then, as I said, the revolving door, they went for so many dishwashers. Because I admit, in the dishwashing field, you will get some subpar dishwashers that, you know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I've worked with plenty.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
That's why when you find a good dishwasher, they're a rare breed.
No, they really are.
And you should keep them accordingly.
Especially in this day of age, like, you know, after COVID. Like, dude, no one wants to fucking work, dude. You know,
True
after
that.
COVID, and it's like, you know, during COVID, I think, you know, when this is over, humankind is going to be a lot smarter and learn from this. But you know what? People just got more fucking ignorant, I think. And, you know, that, and the mindset is, and they even write articles about this, that people got this new attitude, like, oh, you know what? I deserve more of my life. I'll take that vacation. I don't need to work now, you know. I can just I'll do this, you know. I deserve it. Like, yeah, I mean, we all deserve a break once in a while.
Of course.
But, like, being fucking pompous asshole about shit.
I still feel the work ethic is far less than it was, like, even 10, 15, 20 years ago.
A lot of people just don't have a little pride in your work. And I know that's kind of like, dude, you know, it's typical to say or whatever. People heard that before. But it's true, dude. If you want to do a good job and do it above someone else, you got to have pride. You know?
Could you imagine? I mean, I'm sure there's older heads than me, but imagine working a 60-hour week for $3.50 an hour.
Yeah, I don't think anyone in this day and age could even. I mean, that even sounds bad to me right now.
My first job was at a restaurant.
What year?
1986.
1986.
I was making $3.50 an hour, and I worked a 60-hour week.
Damn, dude. So wait, so what's that about? My fucking math sucks. I'm like, $3.50 an hour. Holy shit.
It's kind of piss poor, dude.
Yeah, it's not too good. Yeah.
And we're talking about a 4-man crew. Actually, a 5-man crew. We used to have a 5th guy just doing pots.
Oh, wow, really?
And then a 4-man crew in the dish area.
That's a busy fucking restaurant.
We had what they called a slopper, a racker, an unracker, and a runner.
Okay,
dude.
so all right. So we need. definitions for all. Okay, what's the slopper do?
Well, the slopper, when the bus boys would bring back the trays, the slopper would take the dishes from the tray and like take
put
off
in order.
any junk off the plates, scrape the plates into the trash can,
Right, okay.
and slide them over to the racker.
Right, okay.
So the racker would then rack them
up on the rack.
In the rack, send them for the machine.
And send them for spray them if anything.
Yeah, spray them, send them for the machine.
Okay.
Then you had the unracker would take them out of the machine, unrack the dishes.
Receiver, yeah.
Put them stack them up, and then the runner would run them back out to the kitchen.
Yeah, I got you.
So,
yeah.
Dude, at one point, check this out. When I left that job, they had 6 people.
Right.
Because the pot washer was
there's a pot washer too.
Was not only responsible
for just the pots.
For the pots in the kitchen, and there was a bucket in the kitchen. We had a ton of sizzle plates.
Oh,
you know what sizzle plates are?
Yes, I hate sizzle plates.
They used
the oval metal plates.
Yes.
I hate when they cook like fish.
Oh my god, the fish! Oh my fucking god, dude.
And then they put it. I hate. And you know what? You know what I hate most about sizzle plates is when a cook's like, "Oh, this is hot," as they put it in the water. It's not hot now, you idiot. You don't gotta say it's hot. Yeah. If you're not handing it to me,
once you put it in the water, it cools down.
It's cold. Yeah.
So, not only was the pot washer back in the day responsible for the pots, and we had a bucket that the cooks would constantly slide the sizzle plates in. There was a separate bucket in the dish area because they would put like the fish on the sizzle plates on a platter to serve to the guests. So they had a separate bucket in the dish machine area for sizzle plates that would come back for the broiled fish and shit. And dude, oh my god, dude, you're talking about a nightmare.
Damn it.
Now, we talked earlier offline about teaspoons for scraping.
Yeah.
You had to use an iced teaspoon. You know what an iced teaspoon is?
Iced tea, aren't they the longer stems?
Longer stems.
Longer stem with kind of like a thin spoon.
Yes.
Like a thin spoon.
Dude, you literally had to take the sizzle plates out of that bucket and just scrape the fucking fish skin off the plates with the iced teaspoon before you scrubbed it.
Yeah, that sucks. And as you know, again, the sizzle plates are usually metal. I hope you can take the sound because that makes an unpleasant sound when you scrape.
Yeah, if you don't like that sound. Yeah, but we're talking about 500, 600 covers a night. It may be child's play to some people out there, but I mean, it's a fair amount of volume.
Yeah, and it's funny that you say that too, because it all depends on the setup of the kitchen.
Oh yeah,
the setup of the kitchen and the flow of stuff coming in.
Oh yeah,
it doesn't matter. 500, 100, it doesn't matter. However the kitchen's set up and however. You know what I mean? It's still hard.
But, I mean, like I said, when I was there, my first job, it was the pot washer that handled the pots, the sizzle plates from the kitchen, and the sizzle plates in the dish machine area. And when I left, check this out.
Sizzle plates.
It turned into, it was a 5-man crew. It turned into a 6-man crew because they hired one person to handle the sizzle plates alone in the dish machine area.
Yeah, I can tell. Yeah, fish was a big seller there.
Oh, fucking A it was, dude.
Yeah,
So, I was like, motherfuckers, you fuckers have 2 guys now? Yeah. I had to be responsible for all this fucking shit when I was there.
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of that, reminds me of one place I used to work back in 2014, in New Jersey. I had moved to Phoenix, and I came back from Phoenix. I got a job. I applied to a lot of places. In 3 days, I got a call back from this really busy place. Okay, I'm not going to say the place. I know you're talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, this is a place that everyone loves going to, and they got a big old deck outside, and the water is right there. You can rent boats. You can see it's beautiful. There's tiki torches. There's live bands. You got an outside kitchen You got upstairs dining rooms, 2 floors of upstairs dining room, and you got the bar right downstairs too. You got that bar too. And daytime, I work daytime. I work from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. Okay.
How many covers you think you guys did?
Dude, I have no fucking idea.
400, 500?
Let me tell you one thing. Oh, way more than that, dude. We had like 9-hour rushes.
Now, how many dishwashers you guys have?
Me.
Jeez.
For daytime. Just me.
Dude.
Just me. And on this subject, I want to, on the subject of the sizzle place, that place is just so merciless. This one, you have to get all your own shit from the outside. There's a gigantic wheelbarrow size cart. Like, dude, about like, okay, we're sitting in 2 big, fairly huge, like, we're lounge chairs right now. There's 2 of them side to side, about the length of from this arm to your arm, the chair arm, several feet long, filled with insane pots and pans.
Oh.
You'd have to dig that yourself, and there was like a ramp. You got to go up the ramp. And one of the shittiest parts about it was, the line was pretty near me, and they would just yell, "Pot pick up," and I'd have to stop whatever I'm fucking doing and go and get the insanely hot pot sizzle place, pots, spatulas, dude. It was just nightmare.
You mean to tell me they wouldn't even throw the sizzle plates in a bucket for you?
Oh no,
that's fucked up, dude.
Nothing like that. And dude, 6 a.m. I'm spraying 25 mats on a dock. I'm spraying, scrubbing every mat, putting every mat back in place. The whole kitchen. I did the bar mats too. I put away every single paper order, every single fucking alcohol order, every single food order. I put them away. And the chefs were there. Andy, I need 5 crushed, 2 this. They would say crushed. They would crushed tomatoes, cans of crushed tomatoes. Right. I have to go the 3rd floor, get the cans of crushed tomatoes, get the 4 cans of potatoes, get this, that, Oh, dude, it was a fucking nightmare.
What a nightmare. That is a nightmare.
But anyway, to keep on subject, sizzle pans. 2014, $8 an hour, which is kind of pretty bad, But I was desperate, and I kept the job for a year.
So you were not only dishwasher, you were like basically receiving.
Everything. You were like, there was only one person, and then at night, it's like you said, it was like a 6-man crew. It was nuts. Like, man, it's like, why do they have all the help? You know what I mean? Like, why do they have all the help? Well, yeah, but the sizzle plates were merciless there. Yeah. This is my whole point. But dude, the pots, pans, it was crazy. And I didn't have a regular sprayer. I just had a hose. Just a regular fucking insane hose. Like,
not even a sprayer?
Well, I mean, it worked for what it was because there was so much shit. Not like a
sprayer. But
no. I used it was a gun sprayer, like a gun hose. I mean, it was heavy duty though. That's my point. A pea shooter wouldn't have worked. Like there was so much shit. But yeah, you talk about sizzle.
I mean, that's insane volume.
It is.
But you ever work for an owner that was so cheap that you had to turn off the hot water heater between like times of cleaning? Dude, I worked in Louisiana. I worked for an owner that was so cheap. We had to wash out Ziploc bags to reuse them.
Oh my God.
And then he would always turn off the hot water heater. It's like, dude, do you realize it's costing you more money to turn it back on and heat it back up than to constantly keeping it on to keep it hot?
You don't realize what you're getting into when you take it.
That was pretty bad.
Oh, that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, he was one of a kind, dude. Dude, he was so bad that he didn't realize that there was a tray underneath the stove in the kitchen that you could pull out to clean. it was never cleaned in how many years he owned a place. I cleaned it for him one time. It's like, I never knew that pulled out. It's like, dude, yeah. Yeah, he was something else, man.
Yeah.
That's the job I had that's like, we won't talk about too much because he paid me under the table. So.
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, one of them.
But it was one of those kind of jobs. And
I think we all had that.
I mean, yeah, it was all right, in the end. I didn't stay there that long. I wasn't there maybe more than like half a year, if that.
Right, yeah.
But, that was something else, man.
Same with that job I was just describing. Yeah, people just don't know, what a dishwasher goes through. And dishwashers don't know what they're getting into when they first start.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, sometimes one day is all you need. Like, you know what? I ain't doing this. I mentioned before the docks. I had to spray the mats off every morning. And it gets cold on them docks. Wintertime comes, I still had to do it. I mean, you know how cold the air gets when you're near a dock? And it's windy, it gets extra windy. Dude, I'm spraying the mats.
So it's freezing on contact.
It's freezing on contact, So I got to rock salt everything first.
Oh, Jesus.
I got a new guy starting. I said, come in at 7. I'll already be here starting. I'm showing him how to do the fucking things. He's like, oh, I'm cold. He's like, ooh, I'm cold. Like, you got to know how to dress, too.
Yeah.
It's like, let me go back and get my scarf and my jacket.
He left.
Yeah, he never came back. He never came back. I don't blame him, But I was still pissed because it was another day where I didn't have help.
Yes.
Like
now we're talking some fucking. All right, let's talk about dishwasher abandonment stories.
Dishwasher abandonments.
I mean, a classic story for us is. There's 2 classic stories, actually. The one guy who went to the bathroom and never came back. Then the guy who got the trash. And then we worked at a private golf club. And one of the members said, we saw your dishwasher walking down the road. Because you took the trash out and you just kept going. It's like...
Please get him fucking back here.
I was like, Jesus Christ.
Dude, I've had that happen. Dude, I had to work a wedding once. Okay, it was like Indian wedding.
Oh, okay.
So I had the gigantic wine glasses. They all brought their own stuff.
Oh, I can imagine.
Gigantic wine glasses. I had to do the lot of them. They brought their own plates. Red plates, blue plates, aqua blue plates, yellow plates, and they all had to be washed, put back color-coded in the boxes.
Oh my God!
And guess what? Guess who didn't show up for that wedding? My help.
Oh my God!
Dude, it was a nightmare.
And how many?
I did it by myself. It was
200. What?
It was about. No, it wasn't really large, but
but with
when
that
you're
volume,
alone,
yes,
and with all that shit, extra shit, it was so difficult because it wasn't a typical night.
Right,
like a typical night. Okay, I can do this by myself. Okay, I'll wipe down the glasses. I'll put away this. I know where this goes. But this wasn't our own shit, And it's just like, oh man, how am I going to put this through the machine? It was nuts. But the good thing what happened though, man, that night. Dude, I got tipped. Dude, they tipped me. Dude, one guy gave me $80, and another person gave me $60. Dude.
Wow.
So, at least if you ever work an Indian wedding, do them well, man. They'll treat you good, man. In my opinion.
Now, the only time I can remember getting tipped at the one job we used to work at is we had a guy. It was a mafia wedding.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah.
What was different about working a mafia wedding? Did they have a live band or was it a DJ?
I can't remember that much. All I remember is the father was called Uncle Louie.
Oh God.
Okay. So
sounds like the Godfather or something.
before Uncle Louie came into the kitchen,
Right.
his son came into the kitchen first.
Right.
I guess he was casing out the kitchen.
Okay, yeah. Just checking
Because
out everything.
unfortunately, I mean, I'm going to say it anyway, but unfortunately, this is like 20-some years ago, back in the 1990s.
Right.
You know, I mean, things are a little bit better now, but, you know, things are a little bit racist back then.
Yeah.
So I think he was casing out the kitchen to make sure who was in the kitchen.
Oh shit.
And it sucks to say that, but unfortunately, that was kind of how it was back then.
Oh shit! Really?
So
Like
the-
so they're checking if there's black cup
Yes,
or something.
I
Oh
mean,
my God,
unfortunately,
man.
I hate to say it, but that's how it was back then.
That's crazy.
You know, and the son came in,
Uh-oh.
and I remember he said to me and the chef, he said something, and then he said, "You guys should say yes to anything I say." I mean, we don't want to be sleeping with the fucking fishes. Of course, we're going to be fucking saying yes.
Make you fucking wear concrete shoes.
You know, it's like, Jesus Christ, of course we're going to say yes. So he leaves.
Don't mess up this fucking.
Then here comes Uncle Louie. And I mean, you know, it might seem like chump change to you, but at the time it was kind of cool because he was peeling off $20 bills to everybody in the kitchen.
Oh,
20s.
That's like
And
shit
to
you see
me,
in a mob
in
movie.
the 90s, that was a lot of money back then, you know?
Yeah.
Early 90s.
Shit,
So,
that's
you
a
know,
lot
and
of money to
I
me,
mean,
too,
you know,
right
his son cased out the kitchen.
now. Right.
And unfortunately, like I said, that's how it was, but he came.
Oh, no way. So, did you have, like
no.
different ethnicities
No,
working
we
there?
didn't
and
at
they
the
didn't give
time.
them? Dude, that would have been fucked up.
It would have been fucked up.
Oh, my God.
Unfortunately, I don't think anybody would have got anything, you know? I mean, it's just it's a
Jesus
sad
Christ.
state of affairs how it was.
That's crazy, though.
And thank God things are improving these days.
Right, yeah.
But I mean, unfortunately, it's a sad state of affairs. That's how things were back then.
So, did he
Again.
actually come up to you and give you a $100 bill?
Well, 20.
Or was he, like, throwing them on the ground?
No, he gave everybody a $20 bill. He's peeling off 20s
Wow.
to everybody in the kitchen. So we're talking over a dozen people. So what's
Right,
that?
yeah,
Fucking
so-
12 times? Whatever.
Yeah.
Back then, we were appreciative, you know?
Sure.
But, yeah, that was our
Especially
big,
dishwasher. Yeah, that's
our
it.
big mafia wedding back then. We made Uncle Louie happy, so we all got tipped. And
I worked a Star Wars wedding once.
really?
Yeah. At the
Oh, at the winery. Well, wait.
At the current
I
place.
have to interrupt you now.
What?
Didn't we have a satanic wedding too at the winery? I heard.
Satanic wedding?
Oh, I
We
heard it
may
was a
have.
satanic wedding at the winery. We won't say the name of the winery, but it's a winery, and apparently my wedding chef from my current job
Right.
was also works at this winery as well. And she said, "Oh yeah, it was a satanic wedding because she's a Christian, so she would know better than anyone."
They fucking giving goat sacrifices.
Who
and
knows?
shit at this wedding?
They were doing something that apparently was satanic.
I
so.
think I remember that. That was years ago. Too.
Yeah, a few years ago.
We just, we just recently had a Jewish wedding. Dude, they know how to party.
How about was
holy
it
shit.
a Hasidic?
I don't.
Was
I
it
don't
the
know.
one that had the rabbi had to come into the kitchen to make sure everything was like?
No.
We had one of those at the country club years ago.
Yeah. Well, my current job right now, we just had like a Jewish wedding. Man, dude, the band was so good, man.
Yeah.
And they were partying like hell. It was like seeing the scene from Fiddler on the Roof, the wedding scene. They were all dancing and shit. Oh, dude, it was crazy. And it's always fun when you have a break from dishwashing. Just watching people have fun. Like you kind of wish you could go out there and have
It's
fun.
true.
It's like the curse of the dishwasher. That works weddings. It's like
It's the cool thing is that dishwasher always manages to get some kind of drink
Yeah.
during a wedding.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man.
I mean, all right. We know you're not supposed to, but come on. Dishwashing's is a strain on the mental
mental
side of things.
The one job I've worked at, the bartenders, during the whole shift would send back drinks to the dishwasher.
Yeah.
Here to go, Bubba. Here to go, Bubba. The whole night you'd be fucking drinking.
Yeah, I know.
But there's a difference, you know. I mean, I'm not trying to pick on the younger people of today, but fuck, man, we had the work ethic, and they might have gave us drinks the whole night, but I mean, it kept us going through, man. Because a lot of the times you'd be working by yourself.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And, you know, you just want to get through the wedding.
I always had that, you know, I think we both had that ethic being working with you, you know. I think we both have that work ethic that, you know, yeah, you work hard, but you can also fuck around when you get caught up.
Yeah.
You know, you make it look easy doing that, and people are like, oh, all you do is have fun. But no, dude, I fucking did my job.
I mean,
you know what I mean? I'm taking a little break, laughing at some jokes, making fun of
the
shit.
thing that inspired this whole podcast is I was trying to tell you the story of. Now, I worked at a country club, you got to remember. We had a golf tournament. We had it twice a year, one in the spring and one in the fall.
Yeah.
So it was 1988. It's my first tournament I'm working at.
Right.
And
I'm having visions of fucking Caddyshack now.
The guy I was working with at the time, my helper was saying that his better half couldn't drive at night. He had to leave by a certain time.
Okay.
Now, if you can imagine what a pot sink looks like, there's triple compartments.
Yeah.
But we had a double compartment sink. And you know how deep those sinks are?
Yeah.
Could you imagine both sides of that sink filled up with silverware?
Oh my god.
I shit you not, dude.
Kidding me?
I shit you not.
Who did that?
Both sides of the sink was filled up with silverware. And this guy...
Why? How?
The volume. It was just a lot of volume. It was
so
like,
you were working, and you told him to do that?
Well, no. There was no place to put the stuff. There was so much volume. It was a two-man crew. And the way they brought it back was just, you know.
It was unmerciful.
Yeah. So he leaves me, dude. He left.
Yeah, he leaves you. Oh my god, you fucking kidding me?
His girlfriend couldn't drive.
I quit.
Well, I stayed, dude. I stayed there to 2 o'clock in the morning. And I just imagine 2 fucking compartment pot sink filled each side with silverware.
Dude, fuck that.
I had to just send them through on flat racks and then rack them up.
You have rubber gloves?
Hell no, dude. There was no rubber
just fucking
gloves.
went in there bareback.
They were soaking, and I just...
I hate when the fork gets stuck underneath your finger.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Nothing worse.
Nightmare. Fuck yeah, dude.
Nothing worse.
I got through,
that happened
dude.
to me just the other day, too.
I got through. I'm like, fuck. It's like, dude.
Yeah. You get through, I mean, and in the end, the dishes get done. It's like that one famous dishwasher from YouTube used to say. I forget his name. I'll have to look him up, and maybe we'll talk about him. But, I think that's going to wrap up this first episode.
Yeah.
There's so much more to talk about. We can go all night.
Yeah.
But
all that matters is, no matter what, dude, no matter how in the weeds you are, just dig your way out, brother. You know, it's going to get better, and you work your way out, and have a sense of pride at the end of the shift. And know you did your best, man. And that you're the most important cog in the kitchen. And any chef would say that. A good dishwasher is worth its weight in gold, man. You matter.
That's it, brothers. Hey, I am Andy. I also run a Dishwashers United Facebook page. For those of you that don't know, check it out. Join us. Please answer the questions that get in. If you don't, I reject you. That's all there is to it. But I would love to have you. If you want support being a dishwasher, check out Dishwashers United on Facebook. I am the admin. Hope to see you there. We can talk, shoot the shit, have fun. This is Frank. Say goodbye, Frank.
Goodbye, Frank, and bust suds, motherfuckers.
All you dish lords out there, this has been the Dishwashers United podcast.